Good morning from the National Weather Service here in Pocatello. My name is Carter, and this is your Southeast Idaho weather hazard briefing for Sunday, February 19th. Seeing after some snow showers yesterday, leading to upwards of 11 inches at Grand Targhee, seeing widespread winter travel conditions this morning, we are going to be looking at an atmospheric river arriving tonight, all the day into Monday, Tuesday, and early parts of Wednesday, bringing heavy precipitation and strong winds. Let's get started. Keyboards we're going to focus on today. Quiet weather this morning following that system that we had yesterday. We're going to see some frigid conditions further north, -5 to -15 degrees in some areas that are seeing those clearing skies. And with that, it's also going to introduce some patchy freezing fog and dangerous wind chills down to about -40. Chances for snow will continue south and east of the Snake Plain throughout the day, with a more impactful period of snow arriving tonight into Monday, Tuesday, and early Wednesday. So looking at a prolonged snow event. Winds return this afternoon, so winds this morning are fairly light, albeit with a little bit of gustiness along the front as it descends into Utah. But we are going to see more moderate snow return, especially to our northern and eastern mountain ranges tonight. And with that, we're going to see the breezy to locally gusty winds, patchy blowing and drifting snow, and that'll be setting the stage for an extended period of active weather. That very active weather pattern starts tonight and will continue through Wednesday. Atmospheric river moisture will bring a long-duration snowfall event with a rain-snow mix possible in the Magic Valley, lower Snake Plain, and across some of our lowest elevations, with breezy to locally gusty winds leading to areas of blowing and drifting snow, which could be significant at times. Winds will be strongest on Tuesday, with gusts of 40 to 60 miles an hour or higher for most areas. And this is a key messages from the Weather Prediction Center, kind of summarizing the event. Thought this would be helpful to include. So we're looking at a pretty major winter storm that's going to spread snow from all the way on the west coast to all the way in New England. And this combination of heavy snow and gusty winds will result in widespread hazardous travel conditions. And there will be some subtle shifts in storm track, periods of snow, bands of snow. But the overall confidence is very high that this winter storm will be a very impactful system across much of the northern United States. Very cold temperatures are likely behind this system. And with that, we're going to see an Arctic front descend throughout the day on Tuesday into early Wednesday, and areas that are going to be above freezing for much of the day could see a flash freeze event. So seeing some rain and slushy precipitation, flash freezing on the roadway could lead to some very hazardous travel conditions on Tuesday into Wednesday. Satellite this morning, you could see lots of clear skies filling in behind, but still some lingering low-level clouds further south and east, and you can see up north up towards Driggs and the upper Snake Plain. Some of these brighter colors here are going to be areas of some patchy freezing fog and low stratus that'll be hanging out throughout the morning hours, leading to some visibility reductions and some snow showers underneath them. Water vapor satellite, we've been tracking this through the last couple of days, but as you can see, it's just shifting further east into our area as expected. So all this moisture will be working up and over a high-pressure ridge in the Pacific and directly into our area. Weather risk outlook for the next 5 days. Main concerns today is just going to center around some lingering snow showers throughout the day and an uptick in winds. Won't be anything near the winds that we see Monday into Tuesday, but just some slight breeziness this afternoon especially. By Monday, so we're going to see the snow continue through the overnight hours, increasing in intensity, mostly in the mountains. But by the end of Monday, start to see those chances become more widespread, with a chance of rain and snow possible across our lowest elevations, as moderate to heavy snow continues in the mountains with gusty winds. For Tuesday, are looking at continued rain-snow mix and a potential flash freeze event as we head into Tuesday. And with that gusty wind component, winds will peak Monday night into Tuesday. And again, we could see gusts between 40 to 60 miles an hour, if not higher in places. So this will lead to moderate to major impacts across all of eastern Idaho. For Wednesday, continued snow and breezy winds will continue as we get colder air working in behind the Arctic front. So with that, it's going to be a changeover to all snow for everybody, with colder temperatures setting up. Not as cold as we've been, but certainly, when we're talking highs in the 40s to low 50s, back into the teens and 20s, we'll be feeling much colder for Wednesday. By Thursday, chances for snow do not stop. We're going to have chances for snow every single day next week, especially for our mountain areas, with minor impacts continuing. Watches, warnings, and advisories currently in effect. So we do have a winter storm watch in effect south and east of the Snake Plain, generally up through the Caribou Range and southeast of Pocatello into the Bear River Range and northeast into the Island Park Teton Valley area. And you can see here, this is looking at snowfalls from tonight until Tuesday night. So snow will continue after that, but I thought this would be a good highlight, at least for the next 48 hours or so. And you can see here, as far as population center-wise on the Snake Plain, not looking too impressive. It will be kind of hard to be able to determine exactly where that rain-snow line sets up in places. So the benches, higher elevations east of our major population centers of Rexburg, Idaho Falls, Blackfoot, Pocatello, could be seeing some more significant accumulations up there as a rain-snow mix helps to lower totals further south. Taking a look at the mountains, you can see that winter storm watch in effect. We're looking at a widespread area of about 10 to 20 inches of snow as you head into the valley areas, and as you head up into the mountains, about 1 to 3 feet with some locally higher amounts up towards 4 feet. Temperatures for this morning, so it's going to be a very cold morning further north, single and double digits below zero across the Arco, INL area, and then up towards Driggs Island Park. And then for afternoon highs today, we'll be fairly seasonable in the 20s, 30s to mid-40s. Wind gusts this morning, so as I had mentioned, starting off the day fairly light for winds, gusts to maybe 20, 30 miles an hour. But as you can see later part of today into tomorrow morning, we'll be seeing those gusts about 30 to 45 miles an hour. And with some fresh snowpack in place for most, especially across eastern Idaho, that will lead to some areas of blowing and drifting snow, even if it's not snowing. Snow amounts until midnight tonight, so you can see very dry conditions across much of central and southern Idaho, but just as far as heading further east, south and east of the Snake Plain, are looking at some accumulations, and most of this will fall later part of today into tomorrow. Temperatures for your Monday, so lots of cloud cover in place. We'll be making the warmest night that we've seen in a while, single digits and teens for most, 20s and 30s further south, with afternoon highs in the 30s to mid-40s. Wind gusts on Monday, so keep it with that breezy wind trend throughout the morning hours. Winds really will, maybe slack here or there, but the overall trend will be very breezy winds to kick off Monday. And as you can see, Monday night here, we're going to be seeing the significant impacts continue as far as wind gusts go. So certainly seeing those winds begin to spread about 40 to 50, if not higher, for miles an hour across much of our higher elevations, Snake Plain, Magic Valley, all the way up into the eastern highlands. So a very impactful period of weather. And with these strong winds, it will be coinciding with the heaviest precipitation rates. Snowfall amounts on Monday, so we're going to be seeing the heaviest totals east of I-15 into the eastern and southern highlands, but also starting to see some more impressive totals as you head north of Stanley and Salmon. Temperatures on your Tuesday are going to be fairly mild, 20s to 30s for overnight lows with teens up north, but outside of that, afternoon highs on Tuesday, won't be seeing a ton of heating, but 30s, mid-40s, about that range. Wind gusts on Tuesday, so wind gusts will peak Monday night into Tuesday morning. We're going to see widespread gusts between 40 to 60 miles an hour, and this will lead to significant areas of blowing and drifting snow with moderate to heavy bands working down with an Arctic front. So we could be seeing a very impactful period of travel concerns, especially as you head into Tuesday. But by the time we get into Tuesday night, still breezy, still windy, but it's continuing to see those winds shift from out of the west to being out of the north. And with that, we are going to see some quieter winds return. Snowfall amounts on Tuesday. So Tuesday's looking like our most impressive snowfall day. Generally going to be about 1 to 2 feet in the mountains, locally higher up to about 3 feet in the Bear River Range and Tetons. And as you head further east of I-15 and south of 86 and 84, you are going to see those highest totals. Noticeable here is going to be that increase in snow for just about everybody. With that Arctic front working through, we will see some localized higher totals on this map as those bands of snow develop, but you can see the overall consensus is light to moderate snow across much of our lower elevations, with moderate to heavy snow as you head outside the Snake Plain. Temperatures on Wednesday are going to be fairly cold. We're starting to see those colder temperatures begin to work back in for Wednesday following that Arctic front, but we are going to see single digits below zero, teens to low 20s, and by the afternoon, single digits, teens in low 30s. Wind gusts on Wednesday, so coming out of the north, we are going to have that breezy wind component here, and that will be leading to some areas of blowing and drifting snow and some dangerous wind chill potential. So be keeping an eye on that. We could see wind chills up along the divide, negative 40, negative 60 in some areas, so very cold air. Most of this will stay trapped north of the Continental Divide, but along our border regions, so think up towards Menida Pass, Island Park, up towards the Henry's Lake Flats, will be very cold up in that area. We're headed into the later part of Wednesday. Still slightly breezy, but not as much as we've seen, so gusts to about 20, 30 miles an hour for the later part of Wednesday. Snowfall amounts on Wednesday, so as you can see, keeping with that snow trend, there will be snow showers throughout the day, heaviest south and east of the interstate corridors. But as you can see, further north and further south, still seeing, widespread snowfall amounts, especially in our mountain areas. So we'll be seeing some continued travel impacts headed into Wednesday. Temperatures on your Thursday, so these might be a little bit generous as far as temperature-wise, but behind this system, looking at some increasingly clearer skies and scattered snow showers for Thursday. But as you can see further north, single and double digits below zero, and these will be air temperatures. So throw a 20 to 30 mile an hour sustained wind on those, and you could imagine what the wind chills will do. Afternoon highs on Thursday will be in the single digits, teens to low 30s further south. And wind gusts on Thursday, so with these, we're just be seeing some light winds, generally less than 20 miles an hour. And snowfall amounts on Thursday, mainly going to be outside of the Snake Plain, maybe just some chance for some snow showers working in through there. But you could see accumulations still continuing in the Tetons. They picked up a foot in the last 12 hours, so they saw inch-an-hour snowfall rates for 12 hours, and that will continue once we get back to more of that atmospheric river moisture later part of today, with snowfall remaining light elsewhere. But that about wraps up your weather briefing for today, Sunday, February 19th. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to send us an email, give us a call, or check out some information on our website. Stay safe out there.